Through the years, Hytrol has continued to be a leader in the conveyor industry. This is accomplished by continually reviewing and updating existing conveyors while working on new and innovative designs to satisfy the needs of the customer. This is evident in the various models and conveyor hardware that has been developed to be used with the minimum pressure conveyors. Let's take a closer look at each model of minimum pressure conveyor and some of their features and options. The first model we will look at is the Model 190 ACC conveyor. The 190 ACC conveyor is supplied with 1.9-inch diameter galvanized tread rollers on 3-inch centers and mounted in a powder-painted form steel channel frame. Cross bracing is supplied on every other bed section on conveyors 30-foot overall length and longer to provide proper alignment of the bed and rollers to ensure correct tracking of the product and belt. The drive belt used on the 190 ACC conveyor is an endless B-section V-belt that drives each individual bed section of conveyor. These V-belts are supplied specifically for Hytrol and are not available through any other sources. Capacity of the 190 ACC conveyor is limited to the load capacity chart that can be found in Hytrol's catalog with a maximum load per linear foot of 150 pounds. The 190 ACC is equipped with suspension angles located on one side of the bed that support the pressure rollers and hold the drive V-belt in contact with the tread rollers. Knurled nuts allow the conveyor to be finely adjusted for minimum pressure accumulation. To make this adjustment, the following steps must be used. With the conveyor running, reduce pressure on all tread rollers until they lose their drive force by loosening the knurled adjustment nuts. Place the heaviest item to be conveyed on the infeed end of the conveyor. Increase pressure under the item by tightening the knurled nuts. Apply only enough pressure to move the item. As the item moves, continue to adjust ahead of the item until it moves the entire length of conveyor. Return the item to the infeed end of the conveyor. It should now travel the entire length of the conveyor. If not, repeat the adjustment procedure in the problem area. The 138 ACC conveyor is very similar in design to the 190 ACC conveyor. The 138 ACC conveyor is supplied with 1 3/8-inch diameter galvanized tread rollers on 3-inch centers mounted in a powder-painted steel channel frame. The cross bracing and drive belt that is used on the 138 ACC is the same as the 190 ACC conveyor. Capacity of the 138 ACC conveyor is limited to the load capacity chart found in the catalog, with a maximum load per linear foot of 100 pounds. Now let's look at the 190 ACZ. The 190 ACZ conveyor is supplied with 1.9-inch diameter galvanized tread rollers on 3-inch centers mounted in a powder-painted form steel channel frame. For safety purposes, the tread rollers easily pop out so that objects will not be drawn into the conveyor. The drive belt is a Globe Ultimate 140 BOS that runs down the center of the conveyor. Capacity of the 190 ACZ conveyor is limited to the load capacity chart found in the catalog, with a maximum load per linear foot of conveyor not to exceed 200 pounds. The 190 ACZ is similar to the 190 ACC, except suspension angles that are spring-loaded are located on each side of the conveyor. Knurled nuts allow the conveyor to be finely adjusted for minimum pressure accumulation. To make this adjustment, follow these steps. With the conveyor running, reduce the pressure on all tread rollers until they lose their drive by loosening the knurled adjustment nuts on both sides of the conveyor. Place the heaviest item to be conveyed on the infeed end of the conveyor. Increase pressure under the item by tightening the knurled nuts on each side of the conveyor. Apply only enough pressure to move the item. As the item moves, continue to adjust ahead of the item until it moves the entire length of conveyor. Return the item to the infeed end of the conveyor. It should now travel the entire length of the conveyor. If not, repeat the adjustment procedure in the problem area. All of Hytrol's minimum pressure accumulating conveyors eliminate the need for selecting proper tension spring holes and trigger mechanisms, jogging cleats on the driving belt, or eccentric tread rollers. By maintaining a constant minimum pressure on the tread rollers, long loads may be conveyed, accumulated, or stopped on the conveyor at any point using very little motor horsepower and giving very low pressure between boxes or packages. The minimum pressure accumulation conveyors are a vital part of many conveyor systems. Due to their design, ease of installation, and low maintenance, many customers have found them to be versatile as well as economical to operate.